classification of the trailer is likely considered utilization equipment under the National Electrical Code because, firstly, it is not permanently connected to a building or structure. Secondly, it is portable and can be moved to different locations as needed. Thirdly, it houses electrical equipment necessary for the specific task of personnel changing and staging. The power supply to the trailer is temporary because, firstly, the trailer is not permanently located in one place. Secondly, the power source is through a flexible cable that can be easily disconnected. National Electrical Code Section 400.14 allows the use of cable protectors to protect flexible cords from damage. A ramp-style cable protector is an acceptable method of protection if it meets the following requirements. Firstly, it is designed to withstand the weight and traffic of vehicles that may pass over it. Secondly, it is rated for the voltage and current of the cord being used. Thirdly, it has a cover that protects the cord from weather and abrasion. The flexible cord is suitable for the voltage and amperage requirements of the load it serves. This involves determining the total amperage draw of all connected equipment, including the heater, lights, and receptacles. Once you know the amperage, select a flexible cord with an ampacity rating that meets or exceeds this value, ensuring it is appropriate for a 480-volt system. Ensure the flexible cord is of the correct type for the environment. Given that it's an industrial setting and the cord may be exposed to weather and physical stress, a STU cord is suitable. STU cords are designed for hard usage, oil resistance, weather resistance, and outdoor applications. The cord should be inspected regularly for any signs of damage such as cuts, abrasions, or exposed wires. Damaged cords should be repaired or replaced immediately to prevent electrical hazards. Strain relief should be provided at both the supply end and the trailer end of the flexible cord to prevent stress on the connections. This can be achieved using appropriate cord grips or connectors. The flexible cord should be routed and supported to prevent physical damage. Avoid running the cord across walkways or areas where it could be run over by vehicles or equipment. If this is unavoidable, use cable ramps or protectors as mentioned earlier. The overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses, in the distribution panel must be sized appropriately to protect the flexible cord. This ensures that the cord will not be overloaded, which could lead to overheating and fire. The grounding conductor in the flexible cord must be properly connected to the grounding system in both the supply building and the trailer. This provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the overcurrent protection device and preventing electrical shock. The trailer's electrical system, including the transformer, distribution panel, wiring, and receptacles, must comply with all applicable electrical codes and standards. This includes proper wiring methods, grounding, and bonding. All electrical work should be performed by qualified electricians who are familiar with the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes. Regular inspections of the trailer's electrical system should be conducted to ensure that it is in safe operating condition. This includes checking for loose connections, damaged wiring, and other potential hazards. If the flexible cord passes through any walls or other structures, it must be protected from abrasion. This can be achieved using bushings or other approved methods. Ensure that the flexible cord is not used as a substitute for permanent wiring. Flexible cords are intended for temporary connections and should not be used in place of permanent wiring methods. The receptacles in the trailer should be of the appropriate type for the equipment being used. For example, if any equipment requires a 20 amps receptacle, be sure to install the correct type. All metal parts of the trailer, including the frame, should be properly bonded to the grounding system. This helps to prevent electrical shock hazards. If the trailer is located in a wet or damp location, ground fault circuit interrupter protection should be provided for all receptacles. Ground fault circuit interrupters are designed to detect ground faults and quickly energize the circuit, preventing electrical shock. The transformer in the trailer should be properly sized to handle the total load of all connected equipment. Overloading the transformer can cause it to overheat and fail. Ensure that the transformer is properly ventilated to prevent overheating. Do not block the ventilation openings. The distribution panel in the trailer should be of the appropriate size and type for the electrical system. It should be properly labeled to indicate the circuits and their corresponding loads. All circuit breakers and fuses should be properly sized and labeled. Replace any damaged or missing labels. The wiring in the trailer should be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes. Use the correct wire size and type for each circuit. All wiring connections should be made in approved junction boxes. Do not leave any exposed wires. The lighting fixtures in the trailer should be of the appropriate type for the application. Use energy-efficient light bulbs to reduce energy consumption. The heater in the trailer should be properly sized to heat the space effectively. Do not use portable heaters that are not designed for use in trailers. All equipment in the trailer should be properly grounded. Use grounding type receptacles and plugs. Regular maintenance should be performed on the trailer's electrical system to ensure that it is in safe operating condition. This includes checking for loose connections, damaged wiring, and other potential hazards. Keep the trailer clean and free of debris. Do not allow combustible materials to accumulate near electrical equipment. If any electrical problems are detected, they should be repaired immediately by a qualified electrician. Do not attempt to repair electrical problems yourself unless you are qualified to do so. Keep a record of all electrical work performed in the trailer, including repairs and modifications. This will help to ensure that the electrical system is properly maintained. Ensure that all personnel who work in the trailer are trained in electrical safety. They should be aware of the potential hazards and how to avoid them. Post electrical safety information in the trailer, such as warning signs and instructions. Make sure that the electrical system is inspected regularly. Regular inspections can help to identify potential problems before they become serious hazards. Use a checklist to ensure that all aspects of the electrical system are inspected. The checklist should include items such as wiring, connections, grounding, overcurrent protection, and lighting. The inspection should be performed by a qualified electrician. The electrician should have the necessary knowledge and experience to identify potential hazards and recommend corrective actions. If any problems are identified during the inspection, they should be repaired immediately. Do not delay repairs, as this could lead to more serious problems in the future. Keep a record of all inspections and repairs. This record should include the date of the inspection, the name of the electrician, and a description of any problems that were identified and repaired. The use of a flexible cord is appropriate as the trailer is moved frequently. If the trailer were permanently installed, a permanent wiring method would be required. The flexible cord must be protected from damage. This can be accomplished by using a cable protector or by routing the cord in a way that it is not exposed to physical damage. The flexible cord must be properly sized for the load it will be carrying. This includes both the amperage and the voltage. The flexible cord must be properly grounded. This is essential for preventing electrical shock. All electrical work must be performed by a qualified electrician. This is important to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. The use of a ram-style cable protector is an acceptable means of protecting the flexible cord. Ensure that the cable protector is rated for the weight of the vehicles that will be driving over it. The cable protector should also be made of a durable material that will withstand the elements. It is also important to consider the length of the flexible cord. The cord should be long enough to reach the power source without being stretched or strained. However, the cord should not be so long that it creates a tripping hazard. When not in use, the flexible cord should be properly stored. This will help to prevent damage to the cord and extend its lifespan. The cord should be coiled loosely and stored in a dry place. It is also important to protect the cord from extreme temperatures. The flexible cord should be inspected regularly for signs of wear and tear. This includes checking for cuts, abrasions, and exposed wires. If any damage is found, the cord should be replaced immediately. Never attempt to repair a damaged flexible cord. This could create a serious electrical hazard. When working with electricity, always take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Be sure to energize the circuit before working on any electrical equipment. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, contact a qualified electrician. The National Electrical Code is a set of standards for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. The NEC is updated every 3 years. It is important to stay up to date on the latest version of the NEC. The NEC is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association. You can also find information about the NEC on the NFPA website. The authority having jurisdiction is the organization, office, or individual responsible for enforcing the requirements of a code or standard, or for approving equipment, materials, an installation, or a procedure. The authority having jurisdiction may be a federal, state, local, or other regional department or individual such as a fire marshal, building official, electrical inspector, or others having statutory authority. In some circumstances, the property owner or his or her designated agent assumes the role of the authority having jurisdiction at government facilities. The commanding officer or departmental official may be the authority having jurisdiction. The National Electrical Code defines utilization equipment as equipment that utilizes electric energy for electronic, electromechanical, chemical, heating, lighting, or similar purposes. A mobile trailer used as a changing room and staging area falls under this definition because it uses electricity for heating, lighting, and operating receptacles. This classification allows the use of flexible codes under National Electrical Code Section 400.7, specifically 400.7.86, which permits flexible codes for connection of utilization equipment to facilitate frequent interchange or prevent the transmission of noise or vibration. The power supply to the trailer is considered temporary because the trailer is not permanently located in one place and the power source is a flexible cable that can be easily disconnected. The National Electrical Code does not provide a specific definition of temporary power supply, but it is generally understood to mean a power supply that is not intended to be permanent. The fact that the trailer is moved frequently and the power is supplied through a flexible cord supports the classification as a temporary power supply. National Electrical Code Section 400.14 addresses the protection of flexible cords and cables. It states that flexible cords and cables shall be protected from accidental damage. This protection can be provided by a variety of means, including cable protectors, raceways, and overhead supports. A ramp-style cable protector is an acceptable means of protecting the flexible cord, provided that it meets the following requirements. Firstly, it is designed to withstand the weight and traffic of vehicles that may pass over it. Secondly, it is rated for the voltage and current of the cord being used. Thirdly, it has a cover that protects the cord from weather and abrasion. Ensure that the cable protector is made of a durable material that will withstand the elements and the weight of vehicles. The cable protector should also be visible to prevent tripping hazards. The fact that the ground wire was damaged in the snowblower incident highlights the importance of protecting the flexible cord from physical damage. A ramp-style cable protector can help to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The location of the welding receptacles around the building suggests that the trailer is intended to be moved to different locations as needed. This further supports the classification of the trailer as utilization equipment and its power supply as temporary. The use of a 480 volts flexible steel cable is appropriate for the application, as steel cables are designed for hard usage, oil resistance, weather resistance, and outdoor applications. However, it is important to ensure that the cable is properly sized for the load it will be carrying and that it is protected from damage. The 480 volts to 280-120 volts transformer and distribution panel in the trailer are necessary to provide power to the heater, lights, and receptacles. This equipment should be properly installed and maintained in accordance with the National Electrical Code. The heater, lights, and receptacles in the trailer should be selected based on the needs of the personnel using the trailer. Energy-efficient lighting should be used to reduce energy consumption. The receptacles should be of the appropriate type for the equipment being used. The trailer should be equipped with ground fault circuit interrupter protection for all receptacles located in wet or damp locations. This will help to protect personnel from electrical shock. The trailer should be inspected regularly to ensure that it is in safe operating condition. The inspection should include checking the flexible cord for damage, the cable protector for damage, the electrical equipment for proper operation, and the grounding system for proper continuity. Any problems that are identified during the inspection should be repaired immediately. The use of a mobile trailer as a changing room and staging area is a common practice in many industries. However, it is important to ensure that the trailer is properly equipped and maintained to provide a safe and comfortable environment for personnel. The electrical system in the trailer is a critical component of its overall safety. By following the guidelines outlined above, you can help to ensure that the electrical system is safe and reliable. Remember to consult the latest edition of the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes for specific requirements. If you have any questions or concerns, contact a qualified electrician. The proper classification of the trailer and its power supply is essential for ensuring compliance with the National Electrical Code and for providing a safe electrical system. By following the guidelines outlined above, you can make an informed decision about the classification of the trailer and its power supply. The use of a ramped-style cable protector is an effective means of protecting the flexible cord from damage. This is an important safety measure that can help to prevent electrical hazards. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity. Take the time to understand the potential hazards and follow the necessary precautions.